Hey guys, thanks for joining me. This is Angie at Chicken Scratch. This is the card we're making today. It's a fun fold card and it opens up just like that. Okay, so the following video was filmed live. Feel free to fast forward, rewind, pause it. Okay, so don't forget there's a free inspiration sheet over on my website, and if you have any questions, be sure to let me know. I hope you enjoy the video. Thanks. Pool party. What does this measure? I got my supplies right here. So 5.5 by 4 1/4 and 5.5 by 3 3/4. Peaceful poppies. And that measures 3 1/4 by 6. And then we have scraps for all the rest. So Old Olive, Poppy Parade, Basic Black, and Whisper White. Aren't those beautiful? Okay. So what we're going to do first is actually stamp our 2 greetings. So I'm using, that's not the right one. Here we go. I'll stamp it and then you'll see. So Memento ink. We are making a fun fold card. I need another. Hi, Becky. I told you last night I was tired. I did go to bed, but man, that TV show kind of kept me. I have to watch TV shows that don't make you watch the next one. They don't end with like, oh Lord, you got to stay up all night to watch what happens next. So with Outer Banks, I couldn't stop watching it. It's such a good show. Oh, it's in my opinion. Y'all might not like it, but anyhow, I think most of y'all already know that we do have a new machine coming. The important thing to know is that it will not be available when the catalog launches. So it is, we as demonstrators have seen it, but it will not be available when it launches. So the good news, though, is that it's around the corner. Yay! Okay, so I'm showing you all the pieces that I'm going to cut out. I actually had a couple people tell me that they liked that I did that, so I always felt bad. But, yeah, thank y'all for giving me compliments. You either are really a happy person right now or you're not. You know what I mean? Okay. So there's all the cutting that we're going to be doing. So we're going to start with the Poppy Parade. Ruh-roh. There's 2 pieces in here. And then we'll cut one of the leaves. Okay, we're going to cut out another one of these. So we're going to keep that there. And then these we're going to set aside. Okay, that I don't need. Now we'll cut out the Basic Black. Meredith, I have a link on my website, so when we're done with the video today, I will give you the link to it. I have 2 different ones that I use, and I'll be sure to give you the link to both of them, okay? I get them from 2 different sources, so that's why I said I'll just give you the link, because they come from 2 different companies. But I have a page on my website that actually has a link to both of them, as well as some of the other items that I use. Okay, done with those 2 colors. And last but not least is our greetings. So I didn't actually give you the names of the dies, but what we're using is the stitch shapes, and then the Poppy Moments and the painted labels, because they're all back in stock now. So, yes. Yay. And the greeting, the thinking of you with all my heart, that one doesn't, you don't have to use a die. This die is included in the same as this one. So this is like, I love, love, love. Okay. Okay. we're done with that. So back to the card. Okay, we're going to take our paper trimmer now. This paper is directional, which means if you were to score it at the bottom, then your flowers would be upside down. So if you're using that, and what that one is too, but if you're using paper that it doesn't matter which direction, it doesn't matter which end you score it. But we want to score this at the top of the flowers because we want our flowers to be upright. And hopefully I just worded that correctly. Okay, so again, I want to score it at the top. So that means I'm going to place it over here. And I'm going to line this up at the 5 9/16. The 9/16 is the teeny tiny mark after the 5 1/2. Okay? I know some people always ask, why do you say that? Because a lot of people don't know. I didn't know 16ths until I started paper crafting. I'm just saying, math was not my thing. And measurements to me are math. Plus, I hear lots of other paper crafters say the same thing. Okay, so now this piece is going to go on there like that. And so I'm going to flip this over and add my liquid glue right there. Okay, so I'm just going to center this. I almost got glue on my paper. That would have been disastrous. Okay, hold that there for a second. Okay, so now I'm going to work with this. So we want to take our scissors and we're going to cut off part of the leaves. You don't have to. You can kind of hide them if you want to. But I prefer to chop them off. Okay, let's get the pokies out of here. That one's done. And then this one. Brooke and I had our first delivery of food last night. We had pizza delivery, and it was so awesome because all you had to do was leave instructions when you placed the order online of where you wanted them to leave it. So I'm like, okay, leave it on the wire rack on my front porch. And they did. I'm kind of liking that social distancing now. I don't have to sign no papers and greet them at the door and try to make sure Bella don't run out. Okay, so I'm going to take the silicone craft sheet with my fine tip glue. And for those of you that have a Xyron, by all means use that. This morning when I was trying to make this card, I was like, I'm just going to use the Xyron. We used to have that when I first became a demonstrator. It was one of the items. I want to say that it was, I don't remember how it was available. I don't know that it was available to customers. I think maybe it might have been just a demonstrator. I don't know. I'm showing my age, right? Okay, so I'm just going to put a little bit, not a lot. It does dry clear, but you still kind of prefer not to get a whole bunch of it. I was going to say, and where did I put that lid? I have finally mastered closing this. Of course, I say that, and then now I'll be like, ugh, it's not working. It's just because y'all were watching me. Okay. Now I'm just going to hold that for a second. Okay, there's that. Now we're going to add this little Dumaflachi, and I'm just going to use my liquid glue for that one. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, well. Somebody remind me not to set anything over there. I'll forget. We'll just set that there for now. Okay, now we can toss this aside. And then now we're going to add the greeting in the center with a couple Stampin' Dimensionals. This circle is a tad bit big, and I stamped it, I cut it out a little low. It'll be fine. Look, I was trying to rip that off because it bothers me. Okay, so this is going to go on the front here, and then our leaves are going to go under there. So I'm positioning this here because I want you to make sure that you leave yourself enough room for your flower down here. So we'll go ahead and add the flower. Just a little bit of liquid glue. And I kind of sort of want it to hang off a little bit because don't forget, well, you don't know this yet. I haven't told you. This layer is going to add to that layer. It probably would make more sense if I went ahead and did that. So here, I'll flip that over and we'll go ahead and add this layer and then we'll finish it. Well, I need adhesive up here. Okay, so we're just going to add this in the center. Just give it a second to dry. Okay, now this is going to go here, and I'm going to add it with liquid glue. And I'm going to show you my layer's crooked. Oh well. I'm going to add my liquid glue here. And then I'm going to slide it under here real quick. So you don't want that to dry. So add your leaves really quickly. Or you can add your leaves first if you want to. But I don't know. I like doing it this way. And the adhesive, the liquid glue does dry clear, so it's okay if you get it on some of your layers. Just don't put it in an envelope until it dries. So we're going to open this up. We're going to add this inside. Now we still have one more thing to add, so don't run off. We're going to add, we have to add an embellishment. So I'm going to take 2 pieces of the white baker's twine. That printer over there is going to town, and I have not even printed anything this morning. I call it possessed because just out of the clear blue sky, that thing just turns on all of a sudden. I don't know if y'all can hear it. I can hear it. It's very distracting. Oh, goodness. Okay, so I'm going to take my bow and a glue dot. My card is cattywampus. It's a good thing my other one isn't. Actually, I don't want to trim too much. Like a lot of times I like really small bows and small tails on the bows, but for this card I like them longer. Okay, so it opens up like this, but let me show you the one that's not crooked. Okay guys, that wraps up this video. If you have any questions, let me know, and don't forget there's a free inspiration sheet over on my website. Have a great day. Thanks a lot.